Come with me down to CEX and let's see if we can find any bargains. Now, straight away, this bulky James Bond DVD set, 22 films for £15, not a bad price, but I already have the ones I want on Blu-ray. Next up, we have Dark Angel, which is a film that looks wonderfully trashy and stars Dolph Lundgren, but for £10, it's going back on the shelf. Now, the next thing that caught my eye was a film called Dreadnought. I know nothing about this film, but I thought the cover looked pretty cool. I like the pictures on the back of the cover, which is basically what we do with films when we're not really sure what they are. We judge a book by its cover, in this case Blu-rays. Next up, we have this lovely Arrow video, Dawn of the Dead 3-disc edition, which is something that is really, really tempting. However, £20 for a second-hand item is a little bit too steep for me. I think if that was new, I would have 100% got it. And then Takashi Miike's Dead or Alive, again, a film I know virtually nothing about, but that cover is pretty darn awesome. But again, a little bit out of my price range on this occasion. And when I say out of my price range, it's more a case of, do I know anything about the film? Is it worth me forking over however much it costs? This Edge of Sanity is another film that I haven't seen, but I quite like Anthony Perkins from the Psycho films, but again, £10 on one film is quite difficult for me to purchase. Doomwatch, again, lovely, great looking cover, great looking pictures on the back here, but £15 on one DVD, one Blu-ray, especially when it's second hand, is quite difficult to convince myself of. One film that was quite tempting to pass up on is the film New Order. I don't really know anything about the film, but I like the cover. It was only £8, but it is from Mubi, which tells you a little bit about potentially what the film might be like. And then One Cut of the Dead, which is a film that I keep meaning to watch, but unfortunately for £12 it's a little bit too steep. Old Boy, however, £6 was really, really tempting. If it hadn't been for the fact that I know they do a 4K version, I would 100% have picked this up. Another film that caught my eye is the film Possessor, a film by Brandon Cronenberg, the son of David Cronenberg. It's a really underrated sci-fi film I was really, really tempted with. Now, over to the special interest section, I couldn't help but have a little look at these Divina Fit videos. Who is selling these, and more importantly, who is buying them? That's the question of the day. But also over in the special interest sections, we have the wrestling DVDs, which are kind of like my kryptonite, as anybody will know. We have ECW One Night Stand, the original from 2005. Unfortunately, it doesn't manage to have that amazing Sandman entrance where they used Metallica's Enter Sandman due to licensing issues, but something else that piqued my interest was the WrestleMania 16 or WrestleMania 2000 DVD, the WWF release, which is a slightly more rare occurrence. If I didn't already have this one, I would 100% have picked this up because I do love these old school double disc bulky boxes that they used to release in. But as I say, I already have that one. But the final thing, literally the final thing before I went to the till, was Tetsuo the Iron Man and Tetsuo 2 the Body Hammer. Something that really, really caught my eye. So like and follow for part 2, where I will show you what I ended up purchasing.